Stop calling yourself lazy. It is a lie that is keeping you stuck. If you can scroll through your phone for 3 hours, but feel physical pain when you try to work for 15 minutes, you don't have a motivation problem. You have a biological problem. You are suffering from dopamine downregulation. Your nervous system has been trained to require such a high level of digital input that normal, quiet life now registers as painful boredom. You aren't refusing to work because you are weak. You are refusing to work because your brain chemistry is currently incompatible with slow effort. But you can reverse it. And in this video, we are going to reset your physiology so that doing the work feels natural again. Part 2. Definition and Authority. The Science of the Void. To understand why you feel paralyzed, we have to look at the machinery of your motivation, the dopamine reward pathway. Most people think dopamine is about pleasure. It's not. Dopamine is the molecule of desire. It's the chemical signal that tells your brain, go get that thing. It will help you survive. In a natural environment, dopamine was expensive. You had to hunt, gather, or build to get a hit. Effort always preceded the reward, but we have hacked the loop. Every time you refresh a feed or watch a 15-second clip, unearned dopamine. You get the reward without the effort. To protect itself from this constant flood, your brain does something called downregulation. It literally removes dopamine receptors to maintain balance. Imagine your brain has a volume knob. You've been blasting the music at 100 for so long that your brain has turned the speakers down to 1. Now, when you try to do something quiet, like reading a book or cleaning your room, you can't hear the music at all. You feel numb. You feel lazy. This is learned avoidance. Your brain has calculated that the effort of work isn't worth the low chemical reward it provides, so it freezes you in place. You aren't lazy. You are physiologically calibrated for a world that doesn't exist. Part 3. Emotional cost, the philosophical weight. But let's go deeper, because chemistry only explains the how. It doesn't explain why. Why do you reach for the phone the second you sit down to work? Why is silence so terrifying? Overstimulation is a digital anesthetic. It is a way to drown out the internal voice that asks, is this all there is? By keeping your brain occupied with external noise, you never have to face the internal silence. But it is in that silence that your identity lives. The philosopher Blaise Pascal once said that all of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. When you lose the ability to tolerate stillness, you lose the ability to tolerate yourself. You trade your depth for distraction. You trade your life for a simulation of life. The cost isn't just a messy room or a missed deadline. The cost is your presence. You are becoming a ghost in your own story. Part 4. Adult Manifestation, the Reality Check. This pattern manifests in your adult life in 3 specific, destructive ways. First, the transition crash. You finish a task, but instead of resting, you collapse into a doom scroll. You spend 2 hours in a digital trance because your brain no longer has the executive function to choose a healthy way to recharge. Second, task paralysis. You have a simple email to send. It takes 2 minutes, but you wait 3 days. Why? Because the reward prediction error in your brain says the tiny bit of dopamine from that email isn't enough to overcome the massive effort it takes to start. Third, identity erosion. You stop knowing what you actually like. You stop having your own thoughts. You become a mirror, reflecting the last 5 things you saw on your feed. You aren't a person anymore. You are a consumer. These are not personality traits. They are coping strategies. You are using the noise to shield yourself from the pain of being unfulfilled. Part 5. Integration and the cure, the path home. The cure for overstimulation is not productivity hacks. It is re-sensitization. You must lower your threshold so that boring things start to feel good again. This starts with the practice of friction. You must intentionally introduce periods of zero input. No music while you drive. No phone while you eat. No screens for the first hour of the day. At first, your brain will panic. You will feel an intense itch of boredom. Let it itch. That discomfort is the feeling of your brain healing. It is the sound of your dopamine receptors growing back. As the noise fades, the signal of your life returns. You will find that you want to work, not through force, but through restored curiosity. The goal is not to be a machine. The goal is to be whole. You are not broken. You are simply overfed on empty calories. Give your brain the space to hunger for reality again. But clearing the noise is only half the battle. If you find you still cannot maintain momentum, you have fallen for the most common trap in modern psychology. We have been taught to chase the spike while ignoring the floor. I have detailed the fix in my next video, the dopamine baseline mistake, destroying your focus. It is the essential next step. Subscribe, and I will see you there.